Who's feeling lucky today? Let me know in the comments down below, because right now, we're going to be building Chancey, the lucky egg Pokemon from the Pokemon series. This is going to be a fun build. Hiya guys, I'm back with my latest unbag and build video, and we are going to be building Chancey, the lucky egg Pokemon. And if I remember correctly, you can only catch a Chancey in the Safari Zone on Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Fire Red, Leaf Green, whichever Pokemon game you're playing. But in the latest Pokemon, well, in the Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu games, you can find them by rare chance. But, I'm looking forward to this. It's, been about, what, 2 weeks since my, last unbag and build? And, yeah, I did say 2 weeks because last week, we went back to the museum! The Nanoblock World's Museum is reopened, and we are going to be making some more Nanoblock models from Pokemon in the museum. Look forward to what I'm going to build, guys. But right now, I'm looking forward to building this model, Chancey. And in Japan, Chancey is always called Lucky. Are they just going to do that here in the West? I don't know. So we have got 1, 2, 3 bags, and it's going to be a whole lot of pink, guys. It's a whole lot of pink. And doesn't really look that difficult, so I'm gonna start sorting out all the bricks, and I'll show you guys what's needed for this build. Now these are the instructions that I like. In these instructions, they tell you how many pieces you're gonna need for the build. Let me just boom, all there. Hope you guys pause the video so that you can find out for yourself when you do your own Nanoblock or Lego Chancey models. But let's just show you guys what you need. Let's start off with the majority of the colors, which is the light pinkish color. So we've got 23 2x3s and 9 2x4s right here. It's been a while since we've had some of those. Then we've got 19 1x4s right here. We have 25 1x2s. And for the L's, we've got 34 of these. And we have 12 2x2s. So that's it for the light pinkish colors. Then we've got the, I believe they are the violet colors. So like a violet-y color bricks. So we've got 4 2x2s here. 2 2x3s here. And I believe, yep, 7 1x2s right here. Then we've got some whites. We've got 2 white 2x4s and 4 1x2s right here. And for the blacks, we've got some 1x2s. So, this is my favorite type of Nanoblock build, guys. And I'm going to show you what you're going to need for step 1. It's really easy. Okay, so step 1 of the build is now over and done with. So, as you can see right here, this is all you have to do. Nice and easy. So, starting off, I did a pink 2x4 right here, and I used that as my foundation build for the model. Then I applied a pink L right here and here, so like a mirror build, where I had the gaps on the left-hand side right here. The gap is facing southeast, and the gap on the right is facing southwest. Then, in the middle, I applied another 2x4 pink right here. Then I applied 2 pink 2x3s on the left and the right hand side so that it builds up the body of Chancey. Then I applied a 1x4 right here, followed by the little L right here where the gap is facing northeast. So that's it for step 1. It's over and done with. I'm now going to move on to step 2, where we're actually going to do some more of the body of Chancey. Step 2 of the build is now over and done with, and it was an easy step, this one. Well, kind of easy if you know what you're doing. So first of all, what I did was instead of going from front to back, I actually went back to front to make the build a lot easier for me. So I started off with a pink L, and I applied this on top of the L from the previous step, where it's in the this part right here is in the very middle of the L, so that's a good solid foundation brick. Then I applied 2 pink 2x3s here and here on both sides. Then I applied a L here and here where the gaps are facing outwards, northwest and northeast respectively. Then right underneath each one of those is another 2x3 here and here, followed by another L where the gaps are facing southwest and southeast. Then I applied a 2x4 right here and here, and I also had to make sure that there was at least a gap right here in the middle where it's at least 2x4. So the obvious sign is right there. So that's it for step 2 of the build. I'm now going to get started on step 3, where we're also going to work on the belly pouch for Chancey, where she stores her egg. Step 3 of the build is over and done with, and unlike in step 2, I actually went front to back, which was a real nice change of pace. And this was mostly in a sort of a mirror build form, so let me show you guys what I've done. I grabbed a violet 2x2 right here and here for the models. Then I grabbed pink L's right here, where the gaps are filled by the violet bricks right here. Then on the right and left sides of each one respectively is a pink 1x2, and then a 2x3 on top of those 1x2s. And you gotta make sure that the 2x3s are a little bit on the outside and they're not inside, so that it shows Chancey's big round shape when you normally see it in the game. Then on top of those is a 1x2, so that's kind of forming a nice line of 7 pegs here. And then I applied a pink 2x2 on both sides. That's it for the main body. Now for the tail, what I did was I grabbed a 1x4 right here, and then another 1x4 right here, so that it forms more of the tail. And with that step over and done with, we can now work on more of the pouch for Chancey and its body in step 4. Okay, so step 4 of the build is over and done with. Again, it's kind of like an almost perfect mirror build for this step. So first of all, I started off with the violet 2x2s here at the front, and then I applied a pink 1x2 where it's in a vertical shape, but it is a peg from the heading out away from the violet bricks from earlier. Then another 1x2 where it's starting to form kind of like a step pattern right here, as you can see. Then I grabbed some pink 2x3s here and here, and applied a 2x2 right here and here. So it's starting to form a sort of a row of 7 again. The end of 7 continues with another 1x2 here and here. Now for the back, what I had to do was grab a 1x4 and apply it on this side. I'm not sure what would happen if you were to put it on the right hand side of the build, but the instructions have said put it on this side right here, and then fill up the gap with a 1x2. So that's it for step 4 of the build, and the egg pouch is fully built. We're now moving on to step 5, where we're going to build more of Chancey's body and get to work on the egg. Right, so step 5 of the build is complete, and the 2x4 right here has helped out with some of the instability from the violet pieces from the previous steps, which is really good in case you were wondering when is shaking going to stop. Well, it stops right here. And on both sides, I applied a pink L, where the gaps are facing southwest and southeast, respectively. Then, yep, it is the L's. Sorry, my mistake. Then on top of those L's is a 2x2 on each one. Then on the left-hand side is a 1x4, and again on the right. And then on the back is another L where the gaps are facing northwest and northeast, respectively. Now, on the right-hand side, I've grabbed a 2x4 right here, and then applied a 2x2 right next to it, so that it forms the, kind of like a stability piece for my, for the build. And it should help out with the rest of the build especially in step 6, where we're going to build more of the egg. Step 6, over and done with. And we have started to build on the egg for Chancey. So, started off with a white 1x2 right here, to keep it in line with the round shape of the egg. Then I applied a 2x4 right here, to help make the shape a little more rounded. Then I applied a pink L here and here, where the gaps are facing southwest and southeast respectively. And then I applied on both sides a 2x3, followed by a 2x2. And then it helps out by building a nice little line of 7, with another 1x2 right here and here again. Now, on the back is a pink 1x4 to help keep things more structurally stable, followed by a 1x2 right here for the model. So that's it for step 6 of the build. I'm now going to get to work on step 7, where we're going to finish off the touching part of the egg, and work on more of Chancey's body. Okay, so step 7 is over and done with, and we are finished with the egg. And as you can see, it's kind of like a steps motion for the egg. So that's over and done with now, which I'm really pleased. Then I applied 2 pink 2x3s in landscape positions, and I applied each one right behind one side of the 1x2 of the whites here, and again here, so it helps out with the build. In case you're wanting to know, the white 1x2 is the foundation brick that I used for the model, for this step, sorry. Then I grabbed 2 pink L's and I applied them here and here, and the gaps are facing southeast and southwest, and they are filled out by the 2x3s from earlier. Then on top of each one is another 2x3 right here, where they are on the at least one away from the L, so that it's kind of hanging out, so that builds more on the round arm feature for Chancey on the side. Then I applied another pink L here and here, where the gaps are facing northeast and northwest respectively, and then I applied 2 more 2x3s here and here to fill up the gaps in a vertical formation. So step 7 is over and done with, and now I can move on to step 8, where we're building more on Chancey's body. Okay, step 8, over and done with. It's really easy. I started out with a pink 2x4 right here after the egg, as you can see. Then on both sides I applied a pink L, where the gaps are facing southwest and southeast. Then on top of each one, where it's starting to build up on the gaps, I applied a 1x4 on both sides to keep up the build. Then a 1x2 right here and again here. And finally a 2x4 right here on the back. So, whilst I work on step 8 of the model, I'm going to let you guys catch up with a quick little message for the channel. Do you like what you see on the screen? The link to the video will be down in the description below, so you can check it out for yourself. But for now, we're going back to the build. And don't forget guys, I'm always going to be on Twitch. If you do follow me on the channel, you can find out when my streams go live, and you can also chat with me. It's also great to speak with all of you guys about my Nanoblock videos or whatever, gaming related or not. So, let's move on to step 9 of the build, which was really easy. So, I started off with a pink 2x2 right here, and then on both sides, one peg forwards is away from it, right here, is 2x3s. I've got 2 of them right here and here, so they are in the horizontal form. So make sure that you do have something, the gap in the body sort of resembles an arrow. Kind of a obvious picture right there. Then on both sides is a pink 1x4 right here and here. You gotta move a peg back when you're doing this step. You don't want it to be aligned. Then on both sides, this is a mirrored build by the way. I grabbed 2 pink L's where the gaps are facing, the first one is facing the 1x4. it's filled out by the 1x4, sorry. And then for the second one, it's filled out by the previous L. So as you can see, the gaps are facing southwest and southeast, southwest and southeast again. And then right here at the back is another pink 2x2, so that we're building up more on the back of, well, on the body of Chancey. So that's it for step 9, and now we're going to move on to step 10 of the build, where we're going to build Chancey's eyes. We're going to start with its pupils. Okay, step 10 is over and done with, and it was a kind of an easy step, this one. What I did was I applied a pink 1x2 right here to for the head of Chancey, and then I grabbed the black 1x2s here and here so that the pupils are now formed. Now, behind each one of those black 1x1s is a pink 1x2 here and here, and it's forming, it's positioned outside, away from the head. So you've got an idea on that's a nice curved head for Chancey. Then behind each 1x2s is a pink 1x4. So you've got one here, you got one here, and they should look kind of like this. So the at least one peg from the 1x4s are pointing on the outside. And then in the middle of each one of those 1x4s is a pink L, where on the left hand side the gap is facing northeast, and the one on the right is facing northwest. So that, and then you can fill up those gaps with some horizontal 1x2s here and here. And for the back, it is a pink 2x4. And we've still got quite a few pink L's to work our way through, guys. So please do bear with me on this. But we are going to move on to step 11, where we're going to finish off making Chancey's eyes and working on more of her head. Right, step 11, over and done with. Let me start with the obvious pieces, the white 1x2. So I applied them as such, where they actually form the eyes for Chancey, and of course they do cover the black 1x1, but they also are supported by the pink bricks that were behind those black pieces from the last step. Then in between them is a pink 2x2 right here. Now, this is kind of a mirror build for this next couple of bricks. So, on the first of all, on behind one peg behind each of the white ones, I applied a pink L here and here. On the left hand side, the gap is facing southwest, and the right hand side is southeast. Then I applied two 1x4s, one here and here, and again here and here. If you wanted to make it a little easier, you can actually try and put on a 2x4 to make it a little easier for when you do that step. It's entirely up to you. And then right here in the back, I applied a 1x4 here and a 1x2 right here. Then finally, I applied a pink 1x4 right here so that the build, well, so that the head for Chancey is nearly finished. And with that said and done, I'm now going to move on to step 12 of the build, where we're going to actually build more of Chancey's head. So we're near the end of this build, guys. Okay, so step 12 of the build is now over and done with, and we are good news. That's it for the pink L's. So that's the annoying bit over and done with. So let me start off with the 1x2 pink here, which is in between the white 1x2s right here. It's in a vertical position so that it kind of doesn't blend in and cover the eyes for Chancey. Then behind it is a vertical 2x4 right here. And then on both sides, you're going to love me for this, it's the first of the two pink L's. So one is right here where the gap is facing southwest and it's filled by the 2x4, and this one is where the gap is southeast and it's also filled by that last brick as well. Then on top of those L's is two more L's, where this one here is facing northeast and this one is facing northwest. And then right here is a pink 2x3 in a horizontal position, and we've got a nice little gap of 1 by 2 right here, so that you know what you have to look for. So that's it for step 12. I'm now going to quickly do step 13. Shouldn't take me that long. Right. It was a nice, quick, easy build for step 13. So first of all, I placed a pink 1 by 2 right here, and then I applied the pink 2 by 3s here and here, so that kind of forms a 4 by 3. A 4 right, 3 down, and it covers the top of Chancey's lovely little head. And then another 1 by 2 right here, so that it sorts out the build. So now I'm going to move on to step 14, 15, and 16. I'm going to start off with step 14 first. And for this step, we just need 3 of the violet 1 by 2s. Then we apply each one underneath, like so. That's one. This is the other. And this is the third. Will take me a while. Go. Oh, I had it there. There we go. Much better now. Oh, a little loose. Easy fix. Now that's step 14 over and done with. So we've built some of Chancey's ears. And now we're going to go onto the other side for step 15. This is 1. This is 2. Let's just stay in. And they're coming loose again. Might have to fix this quickly, guys. Okay, steps 14 and 15 have been fixed. The solution? Grab a pair of tweezers, guys. It helps out a lot. It also secures the pieces nicely into the model. So if you are ever finding yourself in a situation where the pieces are difficult to put in and they keep coming loose, grab a pair of tweezers. They can do the job. And finally, we're going to finish off the video with step 16, where we need the 2 violets, 2 by 3s, and a 1 by 2. So I just applied the 1 by 2 right here, in the middle, as such, so it forms a nice little shape, egg shape. And then I apply, here we go. Just need to find out where to put them. One here and one here. There we go. And that is it. Chancey is now ready to help others and give them some of her luck. And I hope you are lucky as well. Did you like my little unboxing video? If you did, why not check out my other content right here? I have a nice little video for a Nanoblock set from a video game series, or I have a playlist right here for all of my past builds. And if you are new to the channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you can help the channel grow, and ring the bell to get notified on my latest videos. Happy gaming, guys, and I'll see you at the next unboxing build.